Yo, what's up, Jordan? I got your I saw your Instagram, dude, holding up those flounders. That looks like a lot of fun. The old flounder king, Jordan. We'll get started here in a minute. We'll go ahead and get started now. A second. All right. Yeah, I've had flounder. I love flounder, but I've never eaten sea bass. I know I've heard all about it. It's supposed to be awesome, and definitely a fun catch too. Well, dude, I need to go to Baltimore. Got a vacation. All right, guys. So tonight, just doing one little break. The 2021 Prestige CELLO box, 12 packs, 30 cards per pack. We'll go ahead and do 6 at a time, like usual. Good luck, everybody. And these will have those exclusive sunburst, as they call it. The old sunburst. Get these babies open. How's the weather in Baltimore, Jordan? It's been all rainy and crap here in Georgia. I'm guessing Baltimore's still like freezing and stuff, huh? Here's pack 6. It was hot. Oh, you went to the Orioles game? Dude, you get to do all the cool stuff. Ravens games, Orioles games, flounder fishing, sea bass fishing. Damn, 90? God, it was like 63, 70s. Here today, all rainy and nasty. But it'll probably be sunny tomorrow. That's how it is here. All right, guys, let's get started. Oh, first card is a little Patty Daddy. Then we have Chandler Jones, Amari Cooper, Tua. I like these cards. Pretty prestige. Then we got your J.K. Dobbins, Jalen Reagor, Corey Davis, Nick Chubb, Rashaan Evans, Malcolm Jenkins. And then we have our Sunburst. First one is the Chargers, Josh Palmer. Then we have Marquise Brown for the Ravens. Nick Chubb on the no stopping Chubb at the line. Little insert. Actually, I'll put that over there. Then we have DeAndre Hopkins for the Cards on the time-stamped. Prestigious Pros. Stephen Gostkowski for the Titans. Then we already have our heroes. Our first heroes is going to be Russell Wilson on them Sea Chickens. Oh, you live on the shore? Okay, cool. Oh, I see. You're a little not directly in Baltimore. How far is Baltimore from the shore? Nice one for the Sea Chickens on the heroes. Then we have Caleb Farley, Terrace Marshall Jr., De'Ami Brown, Travis Etienne, Drew Lock, Cam Akers, Jeff Okudah, Stephen Diggs, Joey B for the Bangs, Devin White, Debo, Robert Tonyan, Daniel Hunter, Jarvis Landry for the Brownies. I think we're going to pull some fire here. Derek Brown, Young Ho Koo, Tyrann Mathieu, Jamal Williams and his Packers, but for the Lions, Robbie Anderson, Joey Bosa, Logan Thomas, A.J. Brown, Traquan Smith, Mike Williams. Then our Sunburst for the Rammies, Jacob Harris. For the Niners, Jimmy Garoppolo. On the extra points Sunburst. Then we have Powerhouse, Chase Young for Washington. Any Given Sunday for the Buckies and Tom Brady. There we go. The Buckies versus the Chiefs, 31-9. Let's put them in there for the hell of it. A little braids. Then Mr. Devontae Adams Chills. Then for the Niners, Mr. Trey Sermon on the season's greeting silver parallel. For Ohio State, season's greetings. Thought it was going to be Trey Lance. I always get confused when I see Sermon. It always tricks me. And we'll just put him up here for a bit. I'm sure he'll get taken out. Go ahead and move some of these back. There. Just put them there. Not very good, but about an hour and a half. Okay. Jamar Jefferson. There's nice Fields. Wonder why this one's, I guess, a color match or something. And little Fields for the Bears. And Simi Fehoko, Devonta Smith, Laramie Tunsil, Jonathan Taylor, Bradley Chubb, Khalil Mack Daddy, Ed Oliver, Josh Jacobs, Bobby Wagner, Justin Jefferson, Cam Newton, TJ Watt, and a kid reporter. Well, did the Orioles win? I've never seen the Orioles. Here's a little censor card that fell. I've never even seen the Orioles live. The only baseball games I've ever been to is a Braves game, and of course the Florida or the Miami Marlins they call them now. They used to be Florida. Calvin Ridley, Falcons. Travis Kelce, Chase Edmonds, Andy Dalton, Preston Williams, Raheem Mostert, Rashawn Gary, Jamison Crowder, Mr. Baker, and then we have a numbered card for the Bears, David Montgomery. Sorry, let me put that sweet, like that red in there, and it is numbered 81 to 299 for the Bears. David Montgomery. So that'll be our first numbered card. So it doesn't glare too much. Then we have our Sunburst for the Brownies, Greg Newsome. Then Jeremy Chin for the Panthers. Time-stamped Henry Ruggs for the Raiders. Prestigious Pros, Russell Wilson. Then on the Powerhouse, Saquon Barkley for the Giants. Nice. And then Living Legends, Champ Bailey for the Broncos. Then back to some base. We have Chris Evans, Kenneth Gainwell, Dez Fitzpatrick, Gary Brightwell, DJ Moore, Julio Jones. A walk-off homer, nice. McCole Hardman. I have some Adley Rutschman cards that I've gotten out. I used to do baseball breaks too. I'm about to do one actually this weekend. I'm doing like some jerseys, a hobby box, and something. If you check my eBay, I don't know if you do baseball breaks. I'm doing my first one after a while. Cole Kmet, James Robinson, Leonard Fournette, Brandon Ayuk, David Bakhtiari, Dalvin Cook. It's like an absolute blaster. Gosh, I forgot everything that was in it. Mr. Dak for the boys. Byron Jones, Marlon Humphrey, Michael Pittman, Jerry Jeudy, LaMichael Perrine, Myles Garrett, Mike Evans, John Brown, Tyler Lockett, and then we have for the Buckies on the Sunburst, we have Joe Tryon. Then we have Kenny Galladay for the Giants, Powerhouse Nick Bosa for the Niners. Then we have the Any Given Sunday Kyle Rudolph for the Vikes. And Mr. Hopkins for the Cards on the Hopkins Plucks go-ahead score. And then bam, for the Patriots, the Mac Daddy Jones season greetings with his Alabama Crimson Tide. Roll Tide, Roll Tide. We'll go ahead and take Sermon out of there. Put Bama. Bama's in. Mac Daddy on the Bama. Cool. I like that one. All right. Then we have Tamorian Terry. Kyle Trask on the Buckies. Larry Roundtree. Zach Wilson. Kenny Galladay. Josh Allen for the Billy Goats. Auden Tate. David Johnson. Darius Leonard. Aaron Jones. Denzel Mims. Austin Hooper. Ryan Tannehill. Alvin Kamara. Robert Woods. Jared Goff. DeMarcus Lawrence. Tyler Boyd. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Antonio Gibson. Darius Slay. Devin Bush. Justin Herbie. Fred Warner. And then Chuba Hubbard on the Sunburst. Nice one for the Panthers. We need some better Sunburst. We're not getting too hot of any Sunburst here. What is this? Austin Hooper on the Sunburst. Time-stamped Ronald Jones. Prestigious Pros, we have Julian Edelman for the Pats. Powerhouse Devin White for the Buckies. Then bam for the Buckies. Much better Our second heroes. All right, on our first 6 packs, we got 2 heroes. Nice. And this is the Tom Brady, baby. And that looks nice. That is a sweet Brady right there. Very nice. I'm a Brady fan. I like getting Brady's. Especially since he's done. Nice Brady on the heroes. Then we have Amir Smith, Kyle Pitts, Jake Funk, Jalen Camp, Larry Fitzgerald, Allen Robinson, Daniel Jones, Tre'Davious White, Melvin Gordon, Kirk Cousins, Chase Winovich, James Conner, Joe Sherbert, Antoine Winfield, Kid Reporter, Mr. Buda Baker, CeeDee Lamb, Myles Gaskin, Patrick Queen, Ty Hilton, Travis Fulgham, Sam Darnold, Kareem Hunt, Kevin Byard, Henry Ruggs. Then for the Patriots, Christian Barmore. And there is a nice sunburst. We got a Josh Allen on the sunburst for the Billy Goats. Nice. Our first decent, or actually very good, sunburst. We'll take Brady out. We'll put Joshy Poo. Nice, nice, nice. Then we have Any Given Sunday, Sam Darnold on his Jets. Alvin Kamara. Kamara's flying high. J.J. Watt, time stamped. And then for the Steelers, on the youth movement insert, Mr. Chase Claypool. Go ahead and put him in here. And we have Mr. Trey McKitty, Elijah Mitchell, Azeez Ojulari, Ian Book, Aaron Donald, Darius Slayton, Cole Beasley, Joe Mixon, Deshaun Watson, George Kittle, Aaron Rodgers, Anthony Barr, Odell Beckham, Anthony Ferkser. So that was our first 6 packs. We've got 6 more to go. And of course, after the last 6 packs, I will do a recap. So far, we got a Brady, we got a Russell Wilson Heroes, Josh Allen Sunburst, Matt Gaddy on the season's greeting. Then our numbered card is David Montgomery, the $2.99. Let's see what else we can get. We got a couple other nice ones. But I have a small board up here. I haven't seen T-Law. I did see you had the Jags, Jordan. Where's T-Law? Is he going to come out just one card again on a sunburst or something? Alright, here's our last pack to open. Alright. Let's go ahead and get started. Started off with Cortland Sutton on the Broncos, Cooper Kupp, TJ Hawkinson, Leighton Vander Esch, Hayden Hurst, DK Metcalf, Ryan Fitzpatrick, Miles Sanders, Taysom Hill, Derwin James. Then we have for the Jets, Elijah Moore on the sunburst, Ryan Tannehill for the Titans on the sunburst. Prestigious Pros, we have Harrison Smith for the Vikes. On the Powerhouse, Derrick Henry, Titans. Any Given Sunday, Otis Anderson on the Giants. And then a Living Legends, Jason Taylor for the Finns. And back to some base for the Finns, Jalen Phillips, Ramondre Stevenson, Rashawn Slater, Dwayne Eskridge, DeForest Buckner, DeAndre Hopkins, Raquan Smith, Saquon Barkley, Carson Wentz, Jamal Adams, Adam Thielen, Damian Harris, Big Ben, Josh Allen, Kid Reporter. It's crazy, there's 2 Josh Allens. That people get disappointed when they hear Josh Allen and they see that other one, the imposter. Then we have another Patty Mahomes base. Chandler Jones, Amari Cooper, Tua, J.K. Dobbins, Nick Bosa, Jalen Reagor, Corey Davis, Nick Chubb, Rashaan Evans, J.C. Horn on the Sunburst. Then Auden Tate on the Sunburst. Myles Garrett on the insert. Timestamp Lamar Jackson for the Raves. Prestigious Pros, we have Julio Jones, Falcons. Then a Christian McCaffrey, okay, for the Panthers. What is this one? Franchise favorites. I like that card. He's pretty much the only player I like from 2021 out of the Panthers, Christian McCaffrey. Well, I guess Chuba Hubbard, or he's cool, but McCaffrey. Then we have Ronnie Perkins, Javonte Williams, Trayvon Moehrig, Rondale Moore, Drew Lock, Cam Akers, Jeff Okudah, Stefon Diggs, Joey B, Devin White, Debo, Robert Tonyan, Daniel Hunter, Jarvis Landry, Derek Brown, Younghoe Koo, Tyrann Mathieu, Jamal Williams, Robbie Anderson, Malcolm Jenkins, Joey Bosa, Logan Thomas, A.J. Brown. Then we have Traquan Smith. Then for the Ravens, Rashad Bateman on the Sunburst. Alvin Kamara on the Sunburst. Let's put him and Rashad Bateman. Those are a couple decent ones there. There's a nice one for the Saints. Put him in the sleeve. And we'll put Mr. Bateman. Then we have Powerhouse, Chris Carson, Seahawks. Any given Sunday, Jets, Joe Namath. Kyle Murray on the call for a score. Then J.C. Horn, season greetings for the Panthers. Patrick Surtain, Kadarius Toney, Nico Collins, Kellen Mond, Laramie Tunsil, Jonathan Taylor, Bradley Chubb, Khalil Mack, Ed Oliver, Josh Jacobs, Bobby Wagner, Justin Jefferson, Cam Newton, T.J. Watt, Kid Reporter, Lamar Jackson, Brian Burns, Deion Jones, Chris Jones, Ezekiel Elliott, Derrick Henry, Cameron Jordan, Austin Eckler, Dallas Goedert, Quinn Williams. Then we have John Bates for Washington on the Sunburst, and Aaron Jones for the Packers. Any given Sunday, Len Dawson, Chiefs. Aaron Donald dominates with a takedown for the Rammies. And then we have a time-stamped Justin Herbert. Youth Movement, CeeDee Lamb for the boys. Nice one for the boys. Where's the Jags, Jordan? I'm not seeing many Jags in here. Josh Palmer, Jacob Harris, Greg Newsome, John Bates, Devontae Parker, Ronnie Stanley, Christian McCaffrey, Matt Ryan, Evan Ingram, Tom Brady, Derek Carr, Chris Carson, Montez Sweat, Sonny Michael. Kid Reporter, Christian Wilkins, Brandon Cooks, Quentin Nelson, Noah Font, Matt Stafford, DJ Chark, Chris Godwin, Darren Waller, Russell Wilson, Chase Young. Then there's a nice one for the Bengals, Mr. Joseph Asai, Jalen Ramsey, Prestigious Pros, Justin Tucker, Ravens, Alvin Kamara, Powerhouse. Any given Sunday, Rondé Barber, Bucks. Devontae Adams for the Packers on the franchise favorites. Go Pack, go. And then we have Joseph Asai, Amon Ra, Joe Tryon, Chuba Hubbard, Zach Moss, Jermaine Pratt, Zach Cunningham, Tyreek Hill, Christian Kirk, Chase Claypool, Gardner Minshew, Ronald Jones, Kenyon Drake, Devontae Adams. One more little stack left here, and then we'll do a recap. We have DeAndre Swift, Emmanuel Sanders, T. Higgins, Phillip Lindsay, Jamie Collins, Julian Edelman, Deontay Johnson, Levinska Shenault, Scary Terry, and Jalen Hurts. And there's a nice one for the Lions, Amon-Ra on the Sunburst. Nice one for the Lions. We will take that one for sure. For sure. Then we have for the Jets, Denzel Mims, Sunburst, Lamar Jackson, DK Metcalf time-stamped, Prestigious Pros, Drew Brees for the Saints. Then we have Living Legends, Warren Sapp for the Bucks. Then Christian Barmore, Elijah Moore, J.C. Horn, Rashad Bateman, David Montgomery, Jabril Peppers, Marquise Brown, Jeremy Chin, Jalen Ramsey, Stephen Gilmore, Minka Fitzpatrick, Michael Thomas, Keenan Allen, Jimmy Garoppolo, and a kid reporter. No T-Laws. But we did have some decent cards here. Let's go ahead and do a recap. Let me just... Some nice... We'll go over these last. First, we'll go over our... Well, here we got a whole stack of just some base QBs. Hurts, Wilson, Stafford, Derek Carr, Tom Brady, Matt Ryan, Lamar Jackson, Burrow, Tua, Patty Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, Daniel Jones, Justin Herbert, Josh Allen, Zach Wilson, Kyle Trask, Dak Prescott, Kyler Murray, Baker Mayfield, Justin Fields, Burrow, Tua, Patty Mahomes again. Then we have our Sunburst, which are exclusive. These are kind of our basic Joe Blow kind of ones. We got Denzel Mims, Jalen Ramsey, Joseph Asai, Aaron Jones, John Bates, Auden Tate, J.C. Horn, Ryan Tannehill, Elijah Moore, Christian Barmore, Austin Hooper, Chuba Hubbard, Kenny Galladay, Joe Tryon, Jeremy Chin, Greg Newsome, Jimmy Garoppolo, Jacob Harris, Marquise Brown, Josh Palmer. Then our inserts, we got Warren Sapp. Well, I'm just going to go quick. These are just kind of just basic little inserts. Kamara on the Powerhouse, Justin Herbert time-stamped. We got J.C. Horn on the Season Greetings. Powerhouse, Chris Carson. Timestamp Lamar Jackson, Living Legend Jason Taylor, Derrick Henry. So just our, our inserts. Niners, that was Barkley, Chase Young. All right, and then our better cards. We had a numbered card for the Bears, Mr. David Montgomery from 81 to 299. We had a nice Josh Allen on the Sunburst for the Billy Goats. We had a Prestige Heroes Russell Wilson for the Seahawks. We had a Mac Daddy on the Season Greetings, Alabama. We had franchise favorites Christian McCaffrey, Amon-Ra on the Sunburst, Devontae Adams franchise favorites Packers, Youth Movement CeeDee Lamb, Rashad Bateman on the Sunburst, Alvin Kamara on the Sunburst, Youth Movement Chase Claypool, Any Given Sunday Tom Brady, Trey Sermon on the Season Greetings, and then a Tom Brady Prestige Heroes for the Bucks. And that is the break. And that is it, guys. I gotta do some packages and I'm off to bed. Busy day tomorrow. Hope y'all have a good one. And I will see you tomorrow, hopefully. See you later, Jordan. Dude, no T-Laws, but I'm going to check out if the Ravens were taken or not. If they weren't, I'll give you a little Rashad Bateman sunburst. But I'll see y'all later. Bye.